What's going on, guys? I'm going to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make a medieval castle, as Skittles decides it's a good time to take a quick jog. In the most chinchilla-esque way possible, because it's weird if chinchilla's taking a jog around the neighborhood. But, yeah, this thing's a big boy, and it's kind of perfect, because I started my Scary Castle map playthrough yesterday. There's definitely something else I wanted to say. Couldn't tell you what it is though. This is more of a shell than anything. This isn't what it is, but this is more of a shell of a castle than anything. And yeah. There was definitely something I wanted to say. I don't know. Skittles' birthday is in a couple weeks. It's on a Friday, so maybe I'll do a special thing for that. If only I still have the pet channel, because I definitely do something special for that. But yeah, that was a boring channel. And now let me show you the inside part, which is definitely, it's not much different. It has the banners and the torches and everything. It's basically a smaller version of the outside wall. And I didn't do the roof because, yeah, it's supposed to be spruce planks, but I didn't really feel like filling it in because, you know, I was just done. Space you need is a 64 by 70. That grid actually does look really cool. I'm cold, but there's not really a blanket for me to use. The materials you would need for the outside wall are stone, spruce planks, oak fence, I love how it's stall there, stone stairs, stone slabs, sorry if I'm going quick. Any banner, I would suggest making custom banners. I do want to make a video where I could make like some custom banners and maybe show you some designs for this. That'd be fun if you want to see that. Also, if you want to see an interior for it, just say some comments. I don't get comments, and I like to get comments. I know there's another one. There's definitely another one. Torches, right. Also, my controller isn't charging. It decides that it's gonna charge for like 5 minutes and decides it's done charging. So, I don't know what that's about. I have it plugged in. Why do I have it plugged in if it's not charging? So yeah, I might need a new one of those things. And I don't really feel like buying one. Because YouTube, I already spent enough money on this garbage. But, you're gonna start the front left-hand corner of your 64 Minecraft stack by 70. Cough cough if you made it. You never have to make it. I made it, though. It's kind of big. And you're gonna want to count backwards by, it's like, I'm gonna guess 7. And then right by 3. And place a stone. Bring it right by 2. Then backwards diagonal to the right by 1. Sorry, backwards diagonal to the right by 2. Back 1. Right by 23. And place another 23 stone. What's that? I don't know if you heard that. That was a very weird noise. And it's probably something. It's not what I thought it was. You should probably put a door or something there because you don't want to you don't want to have people just be able to walk right in. And also it's important, oh yeah, I think this is what I wanted to say at the beginning. It's important that I say medieval castle, I don't know, probably wasn't it, but it's important to say medieval castle because there are different types of castles. And medieval is kind of what I was going for. If I didn't hit that, then oops. But, yeah. From this 23rd block that you place, you're going to want to bring it right another block. Then forward a block. Then forward diagonal to the right by 2. Right by 2. Backwards diagonal to the right by 2. Back 2. Backwards diagonal to the left 2. Left 1, and then backwards by 48. should have this. Whenever I'm saying these numbers, these are just the numbers that I've embedded in my brain. Technically, I should have them all extended by an additional block because I'm not including the pillars with the number that I've stuck in my head, so it should technically be 49. So you're going to bring this backwards by one more block, then right 1, backwards diagonal to the right 2, backwards 2, backwards diagonal to the left 2, forward diagonal to the left 2, and then forward 1. I'm gonna get it right this time. Bring this block left by 49 with stone. Don't panic when I said stone. The whole thing should be stone so far. Most of it is stone. If I don't classify what it is, just assume it's stone because, well, I mean, basically everything is stone except for the floors, quote unquote, which are spruce. Come back to this block. Well, I should. You probably already there. And you're gonna go backwards a block. Backwards down to the left 2. Left 2. Forward down to the left 2. Forward 2. Forward down to the right 2. Right 1. And then forwards by 49. I'm not gonna count it this time. Because I know. Oh, it was the chinchillas that made that noise. So, this block should be, it's like, I think it's 5 blocks away. Yeah, 5 blocks away from the center of this front row of 3. So this block, in order to connect, you're going to go left by 1, forward diagonal to the left 2, forward 2, and then forward diagonal to the right by 1. Now, you notice how I do have the 3 red concrete diagonals still there. If you want to make it a full-on tower that way, that is totally fine. I'm just going to leave them blank. For now, we might have to, I think it's easier if you do it, but, because, you know, I'm the challenger guy, I like to challenge myself, I'm not gonna do it. So, next, I want to say it's 4 rows, don't count me on that, though. Yeah, that's why you should never count me on things. Every single stone block is gonna want to come up by 5 with stone. And then the, 2 block gap in the middle, you're going to want to end up creating a 2x2 doorway there. So you're going to end up placing 2 blocks at the top. God dang it, I did not want to stop. But Minecraft said otherwise. So I just kind of close off the top, not incorrectly, make sure it's correctly because that's just better. So there should be 4 blocks above the doorway, I believe, in total. So you should have a total wall of 6 blocks high. Which is not nearly done. Well, it kind of is close to done, but whatever. Now, I'm gonna start talking about the next thing. The next thing, which I'm gonna tell you to do, you don't have to do on top of the pillars. However, I'm probably gonna say this again, but it would make it, I guess, it's not gonna matter, because you're not gonna see it. Except for from the inside, depending on what you do, but do I have anything, like any other random topics to talk about? Because I love talking about those during videos. Not really. I don't really have anything to say. Other than the fact that this morning, I think it was this morning, when Skittles was in the back of her bed, which is, she's like facing towards the back of the cage, and you can see that because right when you come down the stairs, the cage is pretty much right there. So basically, it's, for those of you who saw, I did a house tour video like forever ago because I had no other ideas. It was like probably 2016. If you know like the stairs coming down to the basement, there's like a banister, the banister next to the stairs. The Skittles and Peanuts cage is basically right up against that, so you can see some of them and some of it, and then yeah, sometimes I'll like sniff my finger through that. But so Skittles was there, and when I peeked around at her eyes were kind of squinted because that's how they sleep. They don't actually, their eyes don't really close completely. They kind of squint. It's weird. But when I peeked around behind her, like to the back, she opened her eyes really wide, and she did that twice. And so that was funny. She's very silly. She's a silly little nugget. What is that? What is... It's only like that there. What? That's illegal. Why? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Every texture should be the same. Why is it only there that it looks like that? Ah, yes. Just a typical day. I wonder if my controller's gonna die during this video. I hope not, because that would be a disaster. I might have to get a new controller, honestly, because I plug it in, I have like a little stand thing for my VR, my headset, and the controllers. And when I picked it up, it was at 2 bars, which is what it was at yesterday when I plugged it in. I was like, that was weird, that's weird. So when so I decided to plug it into, we have like another charger plugged in the PlayStation in case when I'm playing it gets down low and I need to plug it in. Yeah, I know I play a lot sometimes, but once I did that, it started charging, so I was like, okay, and I checked it later and had the question mark. Sick build. Thank you, Beach Tree Productions. So once I had done, I checked it and it was just had the question mark. So when I unplugged it, it was still at 2 bars. So I was like, okay. And then I plugged it in again, and then said it was charging again. And then a little bit later, it did the same thing. So I don't know what's up with my controller. The next step, you're gonna want to place it with spruce planks on top of all of these stone. Now, if you want to just place it on these long walls here, like this, you can. You don't have to place it on top of the towers. However, it would make it easier if you do, and you're not gonna see it, so it's not gonna matter. It's just kind of gonna be a kind of a foundation for you to build off of to make life a whole lot easier. And this is why it's gonna be easier if you do have these 2 rows filled. I'm actually gonna fill them in a minute, and then add the spruce and everything on top of it. Also, my first ever, this is kind of random, but I'm gonna be doing my first ever survival house on Friday because somebody wanted me to do it, and I was like, okay, challenge accepted. Which I will give you the material numbers, hopefully. We'll see. And I'll probably just do it on Super Flat World because I'm lazy, and I don't feel like trying to find a random area. I may eventually, I've been thinking about doing like houses related to specific biomes, which I think would be fun, and make tutorials per like every biome. And then probably wouldn't be on a super flat, so yeah. 2 towers done. So you can kind of see it just creates a perfect circle. So basically it's gonna come in one on each of the 2 rows on the edges, and then just connect it diagonally. It just does create a better, I think, overall look, and kind of it makes it easier for us to comprehend the next step to do. So on the inside and on the outside, you're going to want to place upside down stone stairs going all the way around these spruce planks, making sure that you have no gaps or they don't go normal like that. That happens to me a lot. You'd be surprised how much it happens. But like this along the front, and do this on the inside, and then also go on the towers. Now the towers are difficult. They're kind of weird, unless you, well, the last tower is probably going to be difficult. But you kind of have to line it up properly, or else, like when you place this block, it's gonna, these 2 aren't gonna connect, but I lined it up properly because I figured it out. Here, let me tell you how to. So once you hit the end block, I guess just curve it and then just kind of keep going like this. Keep curving them inwards, then outwards. So as you can see, there's no block here, but it's curved outwards. That one curved inwards. And then obviously here, just go across. This is kind of just, I guess, it's so it doesn't necessarily, like, you don't run into that issue. Because I ran into the issue a couple times, and I couldn't figure it out on one of them. But once it was the first one, I didn't know how to fix it, but then I realized how to work it out, and yeah. It's not really that hard. You just have to change the, one of the blocks. What is going on? Like, I think this block you have to, no, it'd be this block. What? No, you'd have to change this block so it's connecting to that one. I don't know, it's weird. I think the inside might be harder than the outside. I don't know, we'll see. What did... I've seen some weird things in this video. Like, now I messed it up, so now you kind of see what I mean by just how it normally will be. So, I think this is the last one too. There we go, I fixed it. Thanks to the handy dandy curves. And then look, boom, it should perfectly connect. And it should also want to be on the inside. Hello, year 21. This may be one of my longer tutorials. I think the only ones that are going to end up being longer are the police station and the cinema. Or the theater. Movie theater, cinema, whatever you want to call it. What did I call it? I think I called it movie theater. But it said cinema on the actual build. That's just me for you. Yeah, the inside is a little bit more confusing to try and figure out how it works. But, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Once your brain kind of wraps around how things work, it's a lot easier to do. Yeah, there's the finished product. Again, custom banners I would really like. If you want to leave any recipes for custom banners in the description, you can, or not the description, the comment section, whatever that thing's called, then feel free to if you want to try explaining things, because explaining is not the easiest thing to do. On top of these stone stairs, you're going to place up one row of stone for now. Now, I'm not going to place it on these corners, because you're not going to see it. However, these corners you should place it on. It's just going to make it a lot easier, so. It goes all the way across, and these two corners here, you're going to just want to skip, unless you want to place it. However, it's just going to make it more confusing later, I think. I actually did that on the inside, and it kind of confused me a little bit, because of the, I guess, the tops of the turrets. They're called turrets, by the way, in case you didn't know. I heard that term from a YouTuber once, and then my dad said it when while I was building this, and I was like, is that what they're called? And they sure are called that. It's an interesting name, isn't it? Turrets. I guess because they have the holes in them to peek out among the world. Also do this on the inside, the stone. That's an important thing, because if you don't do it on the inside, then it's gonna be a weird thing. Not that it's not weird. It definitely is weird. And I get to pull out one of the embedded numbers in my brain again in a minute. Well, after we finish up the towers, because it's gonna be easier this way. Do a tour of your world. I did do one a while ago. Oh god, it was in October, I think. It was like right before Halloween I did one, but I will do an updated one probably, I don't know when, honestly. Maybe it's like a 25,000 view special or something, or just maybe like, I don't know. Ooh, that'd be for, maybe I'll do it for Skittles' birthday, because that's a great thing to do for a birthday, or if there's a day where I just don't feel like doing a tutorial. You know, it's also a possibility. So these towers or turrets, you're gonna want to bring the stone up by an additional 2 rows. So just these stones. We're gonna have to end up breaking like 1 block on each, or I guess 2 blocks per turret. and also do it on the inside, so. And then just place a top block above each doorway. And then on the rows of 5, the left, center, and the right block, you're gonna bring all of them up by 1 to create the little tower look. I don't know what these things are called. The little ridges, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna call them ridges because that's all I can think of. So you're gonna do the same thing for all 4 towers, and then we will put our finishing touches on the towers. Why we're gonna do it this way? Because I don't know. I guess the ridge part on the weird part on the top. I'm gonna call it the what's a great name for it that is just absolutely high quality? The mini towers. There we go. I'm gonna call them the mini tower. Now I don't know what they are, but the little things at the top, I guess, is part of the detail. But we're gonna add the banners and stuff in a minute. And once we get on the work on the inside part, we're gonna change some of our materials. The only one that we don't need, I think, is what is going on here? Oh, that's what's going on. Me just bad off-clicking, misclicking, whatever it's called. Even though this is PlayStation, it's not a mouse. I'm just gonna say it's misclicking because I don't know what else to call it. Misplacing. That'd probably be better. But, you know me, I'm trying to think outside the box. Now, if you want to, I'm going to actually try it on this tower, because I didn't try it, and I didn't even bother attempting it, because I don't think it would look personally good, but if you want to do on the, like, others, so it's on the corners and stuff, the mini towers, yeah, that's what I'm going to have to call them. Like this, you totally can. I don't know, it's personal preference. But I think it's better to have the 3 on each because of it sounds like a very creaky door handle because of the holes that we're gonna punch in. Hang on, I'm gonna go investigate what has just gone on. Hi, Peanut. Attention grabbers. Anyways, I need a drink of water because I'm a thirsty man. I'm also hungry, but I'll deal with that once I'm done this video, because this video is definitely more important. Not really. What is she doing? If anybody knows what if anybody knows what chinchillas make those weird noises, you can probably hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. Just let me know in the comments, because they do it all the time, just randomly. They just decide it's a squeaking time. I don't think it's a bark, but I think it is a bark at the same time. I don't know. So I'm gonna tell you 2 things, and you're gonna do them on the 2 outer sides of each tower. So if you're at the middle block that sticks up, you're gonna count down by 2 and break that block. Just below the middle stone stair, you're gonna place a banner. Custom banner, any color banner. I'm using red because I like red, and I think it's a good tower color. So you're gonna do that, I guess, 8 times in total, 2 per tower, and there are 4 towers, and 4 times 2 is 8. Or 4 plus. Or you could do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could. There's nothing saying you can't do that. 4 times 2 is a lot easier, though, for your brain. I mean, unless you haven't learned multiplication yet, but that's different. Once you have done that, we literally have 1 thing to do, and actually we have 2 things to do. 3. I need another one, and then we can work on the inner part, which is a lot quicker. So on the inside and on the outside of these long rows, you're going to replace, starting at the second block in, so not this block, but the next block, you're going to replace a stone block every other block on top. However, hang on. Once you do 11 blocks going towards one side, you're going to leave a 2 block gap and do another 11. This is because, there's a 2 block center. So I kind of have to do that. Now, if you want to switch them and then just have 2 blocks together in the center, like I have on the other one, you can do that as well. I knew the number. I was trying to finish it. Some numbers you just memorize, and others you're like, what was that number again? Math is not necessarily everyone's strong suit. I'm good at it, I'd say, but you know, it could be better. It could also be worse. So yeah, the 2 block gap, or you could have the 2 in the middle. I like the 2 in the middle better. But I think that it looks better when they aren't touching the edge. If you want to make it touching the edge, you totally could. It's whatever. Like, I just don't like that personally. I mean, it probably would look, yeah, it would probably look fine. I don't know, I'm picky. It definitely would look fine. I'm just overthinking everything. I overthink my Minecraft builds way too much. I way overthink them. Like, I'm like, should this do that? Should it be like this, or should it be like this? Just pick one. Either one will look decent enough. Sometimes I don't produce the best builds either. I like this build, it's just bland. Oh god, my phone's at 20%. It's because it didn't charge last night either. None of my things like to charge. I just need new everything. Just replace everything that I have with a newer version of it, except for like, nope. Just replace every piece of technology that I have. My headset's gonna die soon, I feel it. I've had this for as long as I've had commentary. No, wait, no I haven't. I've had this for a long time, though. I don't know how long. That's the thing. I want to say 3 years. It's going on 3 years. Because when I first did, my first videos with commentary, I did, I had a different mic that came with the PlayStation, and I think a little bit after that, probably like a month after that, I didn't make many videos with that old thing, and then I got this new headset, and now I use this every video. Oh, you can almost run along this. Once you've done that, your outer wall is complete. We just need to add a couple details. To the left and right of the doorway, you're going to place 1 torch. And then kind of just up a couple blocks and to the right, you can place banners. Make sure that they do not interfere with these 2 blocks, I believe. Or is it 1? I can check. I think I can check my photographies. Unless they're bad. They're okay. I've seen better. So, it's actually 1 block. So if you're at the doorway, you're going to count up to the 2nd block down from the top and count left by 2 and place an oak fence. And also right by 2. So you should have... See where I placed the banner? So if you're at the torch, go right 2 and then up 2 and then place your banner. And then up diagonally towards the inside, you're going to place a fence from that banner. You're going to want to... Is it 2? I think it's 2, but I'm not sure. It's 2 total. Okay. You're going to bring each one of these oak fences forward by 1. Alright, just going to do it on 1 for now. Down 1. Forwards 2. Down 1. Forwards 2. Down 1. Forwards 2. Down 1. And forwards 2. So it's pretty much a pattern of... It's rows of 3, except for the top row, which is gonna want to be 2, because because that's just how I decided to do it. So you're gonna break the blocks that are like in between those 2 fences and also below them, and then you're gonna break all those back until you're basically at the wall. Now, I would suggest doing a moat, because if you don't have a moat, what we're building right now is literally useless. I mean, either way, it's just for decoration, because you can't actually use it, but... And once you've broken all those blocks, replace them with spruce planks. So I suggest adding a moat over here, like probably from the edge of this grid to the castle wall, going probably all the way around. So like 9 or 10 blocks, I'd say, from this wall right here. It's just because, yeah, it's because, really drawbridges don't have a purpose if there's no moat. And moats are, pretty dumb if there's no drawbridge. Nice, thank you. Now we have this little fella to work with. Well, first let's change the materials. Get rid of oak fence and bring all of your other materials forwards, I guess. And then bring out dark oak door. Is that literally it? I'm pretty sure. Now, if you want to add, like, windows with fence or glass or whatever, you can. But come to the right block, the block right of the doorway. So if you're on the inside, it should be to the left. And you're going to want to count backwards by 18 if you're highlighting the, no, sorry, 19 if you're highlighting the stone block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then place the stone. I only said that because I don't want you to get confused because I said 18 and 19. It should be 19. And then, okay, I'll give it a minute. And then bring it right by 4. Forward is 1. Right diagonally to the, 4 diagonal to the right by 2. Right 2. Backwards diagonal to the right 2. Back 2. Back diagonal to the left 2. Left 1, and then backwards by 11. Right by 1, then you're gonna go right by 1, sorry. Backwards diagonal to the right by 2. Back 2. Backwards diagonal to the left 2. Left 2. 4 diagonal to the left 2. Forwards 1, and then left by 11. So you should be able to see where this is going. Then you're going to want to go backwards 1, backwards down to the left 2, left 2, 4 down to the left 2, forward 2, 4 down to the right 2, right 1, and then forwards 11. Then go left 1, 4 down to the left 2, forward 2, 4 down to the right 2, right 2, 4 down to the, backwards down to the right 2, right 1, and then right by 4. Or sorry, backwards 1, then right by 4. So it should basically be the same thing as the outer row, except these walls in total are 10 from this block to this block, and these walls from that block to that block are 48. And then I would suggest connecting your inner walls here, and I would also, you can also make this bigger. I would suggest it, because it's not very big, and you don't really have room. All you have room is for the king's throne. Ah, yes, me making fun of things, because that's what I do best. Now, this one is different. It's taller. No duh, I guess. But I don't know the numbers, so let's go count it, shall we? You're gonna bring every single stone block upwards by 10 this time. And obviously you're gonna wanna close off your doorway after it's the 2x2. And also I would suggest placing dark oak doors in it. That's all that we're gonna do with that. So once you have your 2x2 doorway, just place dark oak doors in it for now, or forever, I guess. Unless you're gonna wanna break the floor or something, you know, below it to replace it with something else. I'm also gonna do the inside walls, not that it really matters. Oh my god, what was that? Because you're not really gonna say. I think it's because I went like that, and then when it went faster down than the crumbs did. So-called. So this is basically the exact same as the outer wall, right there. So, yeah. I'm just gonna say that now, just because I don't trust the stream at all. Because this is gonna be the time that's gonna want to decide that it doesn't want to work. I don't have the Wi-Fi on my phone, so I'm hoping that'll give it some more energy boost, but I can hear my brother that he's playing games. I can hear him screaming from down here. Which, I'm in the basement, he's on the top floor. Middle story, and then upstairs. I don't know if it comes through the vents. I thought it came through the, I'm gonna do these walls now. I thought it came through the, like, outsides of the wall, but I think it comes through the vents. It'd be really weird, because people might be able to hear me talking if I talk too loud. But do I really care? No, I don't, because Minecraft yelling is more important. Not that anybody cares what I'm saying. They can just figure out, well, he's making a video, and that's probably what he's yelling about, even though I don't yell during my videos. Sometimes I raise my voice during my tutorials when I'm stressing something very important. But that's just a one-time thing. I don't know why I do that, honestly. It's dumb. Am I gonna continue doing it? Most likely, because it's become a habit now. And are habits a good thing? Absolutely not. My thumb is slowly but surely dying as I continue on this build. How long has this video been? I'm curious. Let's check. Probably 50 minutes. Only 37. If I can figure out how to click the button, we can continue with this. Never been the best at clicking buttons. Never. I blame the basement for not having my things charge. That's immediately what I'm gonna blame. Just thinking about everything not charging. Just thinking about school and how I took my phone and how I had to charge it for like 5 minutes. Something like an hour. Well, I think I plugged in my phone around 7. And then what did I do after that? What did I do after I plugged in my phone? And then I went upstairs, and probably at like 7:40 I came down and unplugged it. So 40 minutes and it went up. I went to up to 56%. My phone's at 10% now. It's gonna die before the end of this video. I mean, I could bring over my charger, but I don't really feel like it. Or I could also, we have a chair, I could pull that chair over, but that's too much work, because there's something in the way. I mean, how long did it take for it to go down 10%? I think it was at 40% when I started. No, it wasn't that high. I'm gonna say, like, I think it was 39%. Or 36, something like that. Oh, I still have another wall to go. Oops. Thought I was done, but no. It's never done. Your workload is never done. Especially on bigger builds. It feels like you're never done. It feels like it takes you years to complete it, even though it probably took you, like, I don't know, maybe like 20 hours. Not necessarily straight, because I would not do that. I would not build something for 20 hours straight. I feel like the most I build something straight is probably an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours. Which I've had to do for tutorials. Like this one took me I think it took me about 50 minutes. And then the, I guess it took me an hour total to get the grid ready. About, we started like 4:10, I'm gonna say. And I think by the time I ended it was 5, so maybe a 45 minutes. It's gonna take me longer than that. You're gonna place a torch to the left and right of the dark oak door once you have done all of your walls. And then you're gonna place a row of spruce planks on top of all of your walls, because, again, the towers, you don't have to do it, however, it'll make life a lot easier if you do it. I'm gonna fill in the roof on this one, like the top. Just cause. Now this one is different. You're gonna wanna play, oh wait, never mind, I'm not done. But this one is different. I'm gonna tell you that it's different. I don't know, I'm dumb sometimes. A lot of the time too. I don't know, my brain's not been functioning this week. It's because I'm trying to think of things too quickly. So this one's different. You're gonna want to only place your upside down stone stairs going all the way around on the outside this time. So again, you're gonna be placing your stairs only on the outside though, because the inside is gonna end up being different. It's gonna just be spruce. Now the towers are still gonna be weird. You'll see how we're gonna do those. I don't even know how we're necessarily gonna do those, because again, I didn't fill in the top, but I kind of did. I did build the rest of the towers. What am I doing? What am I saying? Nonsense is what I'm saying. Now, something that I didn't necessarily, well, I did think about it, but I didn't really execute it, I guess, is getting up into all of these spots. Well, I guess these spots would be pretty easy. You could just make like a staircase or a ladder or something going all the way up. However, for the outside towers, I'd probably have like a way up into each of the towers. Or if you were just like up, you could cross. You could cross to a different tower. English is not working for me at all. Never works. Well, sometimes it works. It depends on what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. It's almost 6 o'clock, and I have not eaten dinner. By the way, I normally eat dinner at 4. Yeah, I know, I'm weird. I blame school. It's because I was pretty much I ate dinner right when I got home from school, because I had used to get home at 4, but now I get home at 3. So, yeah. This looks ugly, but once you've done that, you're gonna place one row of stone on top of all of your stone stairs. Except obviously you don't have to do the corners. Except for obviously this corner. You do want to do this corner, because you're gonna end up placing a block there anyways, so you might as well just do it now. The light above me keeps flickering. It's like weird though. It's not like an obvious flickering. It's just like a slight flicker. So on the tower blocks, or the turret blocks, which are these. So from this one to this one, you're gonna bring them all up by an additional 2 rows. We're gonna end up finishing the rest of the tower and kind of adding the touches in a minute. Now, obviously, you're gonna have these, so what I would suggest doing is bringing up 1 stone on every single one of them. And I'd also do that on this corner, just so it's not weird. So, like, once you do the walls, have it like that. Just so you kind of don't have, like, a weird effect there. Tutorial I wasn't watching. I did a tour, God, I did a tour forever ago. October. However, I was talking about doing one eventually, soon, eventually, yeah. So yeah, I haven't done it yet. Show me a fast food you made. I don't even know if there are any around here. I think there is actually. Over this way, maybe. I'm not gonna go too far. I'll show you Denny's, I think is what's down here. I'll show you Panera Bread. Because that's a restaurant. And also Tutti Frutti. And Rita's if you want to see that. And Five Guys in the distance. None of those are necessarily fast food, but whatever. You're the best builder right now. Thank you! People do definitely like my tutorials. Which is why you gotta keep doing them. Because if people like it, then what's the point in stopping it? And it's also nice because I'm decent at explaining the things. Like, if you have a guy that does not know how to explain anything, then it doesn't work, because you don't understand anything that's going on. Obviously, I've had some where I'm having troubles explaining it, but, you know. Not everything's easy. destroy these for right now, because we'll put them back in a minute. I'm not even gonna want to go there if they are, but yeah, the light's doing the flickering thing again. You can't like see it, but I can see. Oh, no doubt you can't see it because I don't have a face camera or anything. It's not gonna affect the screen. But so these rows here, these small rows, you're gonna place a block of stone on the second in, and then 2 in the middle. Just like that. That was a bad explanation, but yeah, it's very easy to see, I hope. So pretty much the every other thing, except, you know, there's gonna want to be 2 together because that's how Minecraft works. I guess. I don't know. So you're gonna want to bring these stone here. This is where I have the troubles explaining. So these rows of 2 that are on the inside, you're gonna bring them, I guess, inwards by an additional 3 rows each. Except you're gonna want to leave a doorway, like a 1x2 doorway, just like this, on each of the sides, and then finish up with the diagonal right there. And then the gap here, just gonna place 2 stone up like that. So it's all the same. So this is what one tower should look like, or turret, sorry, from the top. A bird's eye view. And then from the pathway, I guess, which isn't really a pathway because we're not gonna add it on this side, you should have this. And then you're gonna do this with all the towers. So it's very similar to this one, except it doesn't have the inside row. Or it's very similar to the outside wall, except it does not have the row on the inside. Have the towers are gonna end up in the pretty much the same, doing the same thing. My voice has decided to take a vacation, so hang on, let me get a drink of water. I don't know if it's gonna help, but I don't have that much left. I just have to finish up these 2 towers. There are actually banners there, truth be told. You just can't see them. I don't know why it does that. Well, it's because it's not. It has something to do with it not being a full block, I think. Like, I think chests do that as well. And I think there's another block that does it. Shulkers do it. That's what I'm thinking of. Hey, I've had 3 people comment. I get a lot of, like, random things. I've also seen some interesting things. Once you have done that, you should have this. And the rows of 5, again, you're going to bring up the middle, left, and the right block all up by 1 with stone to create the castle effect. That's what I'm going to call it, the castle effect. Because that's a more professional name than any other name that I've listed today for these. I really don't know what they're called. If anybody does, though, I would appreciate if you told me in the comments. Or if somebody's on the live chat that knows. If even is anybody on the live chat, period. That's a whole different story, though. Some videos just kind of explode for me, and others nobody cares about. Once you've done that, you should have this. And you're going to want to fill in your roof with spruce planks. And then we actually have to punch the holes, but if you know where they should go, or if you want to take a wild guess, then you can, and I will tell you in a minute. Also, for these, it doesn't really have a roof, and you can't really add a roof with how this has been designed, so it's just fine like that. I actually do really like this. This is cool. It makes me feel at home, which is a really weird thing to say, because I don't live in a castle, but it just makes me feel, I don't know, just give me like a cozy feel. Just like a nice open feel. That's what it is, open. Lots of space. Well, not much space, but lots of nature. Nature air. Because if that's even a thing, okay. And then obviously the center. Oh yeah, I don't know how I did that. That's a big oopsie. I'm gonna fill it in even under the stone just because. Why not? Why not just make it a flat roof on top? Looks better from the bottom. or from the inside, I should say. Not that you're gonna be looking at it from the inside, but, well, if you're gonna be looking at it from the inside, then you're gonna have floors and stuff. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Also, I'm gonna show you some on the other one in a minute that I don't know if I don't think I got rid of. It's pretty much just a skeleton on the other one. This one's more complete because I actually know what I wanted to do, except I just didn't execute it because, you know. And then you can add whatever else you want up here. But yeah, this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. And obviously you should fill in these towers, which I'm actually going to do. Do the same thing as you did with these, like put the stone. And then I'll add the finishing touches because I keep forgetting that those exist. I'm just trying to make this as complete as possible. Which is definitely wasting more time that I don't have, but whatever. Not that I care. I don't really have any homework that I have to do now. I have things due, though. In like a week. More than a week. Next Friday. I have a thing due. And I have another thing that is this Friday. God, is that dizzying. Running through there. Not that anybody cares about my school stuff, but, you know. Just the videos are at weird times. I guess it's good to know why they were at such a weird time. I think this is my third tower or my fourth. I want to say this is the fourth one. But I'm not sure. I don't know, I can't count. Well, I can't count, but if I'm not paying attention, I can't count. I guess nobody can they? I think I did this one. Yeah, I did. So, pretty much everything's complete. Just add the finishing touches, like the banners on the front, up diagonally from the torches, I guess. And then the banners at the, like at the top of the, I guess, smaller pole part of the turret. Not like the part where it gets bigger and then has all this cool looking things. I personally think this is a very traditional castle. It's kind of normal. And then obviously the third block down technically from the middle castle effect block. Yeah, I just said that. It's gonna be broken and it's gonna, I guess, be kind of like a window. It's kind of like a lookout window to see, hey, is anybody coming? Or maybe even like a window for guys with bows and arrows or whatever to be shooting incoming people, because medieval times. What's the point of a medieval castle in Minecraft? Come to think of it, I don't know. But if you want to build it, there it is. And once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is your medieval castle complete. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video as I save this into the playlist as usual. I'm going to put this in the house, because why not? Is my phone dead yet? It's at 8%. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!